Greetings, people, for I am John Great Namya, and I'm happy to be here back with the sixth part of episode 2 in Phoenix Wright's journey. Let's continue. The trial begins. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Let it go, yes, let it go. Forget it, I smell a trap. I would like to call Mr. Wright to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, and that is what I said. Oh dear, do my questions confuse? Name? These two are great together. My name is Wright, but my friends call me Blanco Nina. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Core. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be negatory. No, I did not. You were at a Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. Can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho! I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix! Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly crucifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. It is all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Witnesses account. Alright, students. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always absolutely perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. Press further, man. Come on. True, the bubble who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need an X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly perusifying and that's reading blah blah blah. I know you're lying, Mr. White. By window, you mean the one directly across from the Fee and Co. law office? Correct. That is the only window, you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct. The Gatewatcher is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. And then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. A peddler? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. See, continue. As surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop, yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him, a spiky haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Oh, I forgot to press that detail. Spiky head? Okay, let's press this one. You just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the selling looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant! That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I cannot. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman. Make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, after all, I am a presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always so absolutely perfect. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this new detail? The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Ran to the left. Right. See, in Miss May's testimony, it said ran to the right. Okay. Let's press this dude. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? I am absolutely perfect. And if so, how many times must I hear that? Psst, Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd? Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over, huh? Right to the left, huh? I believe. Objection! You got him. Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait. The only way, if Mr. White saw Mia Faye ran to the left, as if the dude was the killer. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth. Once. Ha! I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. It was one scenario that would explain the conflicting accounts, yeah. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Okay. Yeah. Mr. White, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Faye and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Show the court where Mr. White was standing. Place where the killer was standing, of course. Wait, I gotta accurately do this. There you go. Take that! This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point to him, it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Exactly, Edgeworth, exactly. Because he is the killer. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! Objection! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Of course we give him to testify once more in the next episode. That is all for this episode, guys. I'm gonna have to cut this episode short because no one watches long episodes. As I observed, when I recorded more than this, people just don't watch it. So I have to end it here, guys. I'm so sorry. Until the next episode, it's a pleasure to know. I'm excited to know what's gonna happen next. Stay tuned, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and you will know when I will upload the next episode. Goodbye.